Phoenix is now 5-8 versus the top 4 teams in each conference. That includes a win versus the shorthanded Cavaliers last week. The overall resume is not very impressive for Phoenix. It's kind of relying on, well, the guys have been missing. Guys have been out. They haven't been able to play with a full complement together, but they've taken some losses lately with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal on the floor. I have to ask you this. How seriously do you take the Phoenix Suns as like a serious championship? Like, a lot of people are kind of like, they're kind of sneaky good. I don't know. I have a hard time kind of getting there. The Suns are not a bad team, but for their expectations with where they were at in 2021, making the finals, with where they're at in 2022 with the best record in the league, and now to kind of be here, I think they do not look to me the profile of a championship contender. They just seem like, yeah, pretty good playoff team. That's about all I kind of see out of them at this point.
Yeah, I agree 100%. They're a pretty good basketball team with a handful of really good players. There's a few teams in the NBA, the Denver Nuggets specifically, that have put together stretches and recently for Denver that makes you believe that they're title ready and playoff ready. And that's the stretch that the Nuggets are in right now. There hasn't really been a real stretch for Phoenix or the Mavs in the West to make me believe that they're actually title contenders. I was super bullish and still bullish on Dallas with the additions they made. They've been spotty, but they haven't put together that real stretch. And if you look at Phoenix resume and Dallas's resume kind of side by side against teams over 500, they're below 500. The best teams in the league, they don't match up or on par with when it comes to just head-to-head record. So, yeah, I mean, really good basketball team that's not going to be able to compete in the West for a title. And Matt, if we want to get really down to it, have you looked at the last 10 games for the Phoenix Suns? For a
I
team
have.
that's going to try to solidify themselves and potentially try to sneak and grab that 6th slot in the West. This is the last 10 games for the Phoenix Suns, and 6 of them are on the road. Denver Nuggets at Denver, at Oklahoma City, at New Orleans. They play the Cavs at home, Minnesota at home, New Orleans again at home. They play the Clippers at home. Then they go to LA. They close the year 3 straight road games. In LA to play the Clippers, in Sacramento to play the Kings, which will be a pivotal matchup for that 6th slot. And then they go to Minnesota, the last game of the year. That's the last 10 games for a team that's continuing to try to put it together. I don't feel great about the Phoenix Suns overall right now. Do they get out of the play-in? I think that's a whole nother conversation because they do have 3 studs, but overall, good basketball team, not title contenders.